And so if we don't allow the emotions to be expressed, it's like that cry that you hold that's like sitting in your chest and in your throat, right? Like it feels so heavy.
Yeah.
That needs an outlet. And sometimes that outlet, like in our culturas, it could be dancing, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it comes out as drinking. Sometimes it comes out as anger. Like it'll find a way to get expressed. It might
Mm-hmm.
be a disease. Like it'll find its expression. I think I always say this in my yoga classes, that the body is speaking to us in the only language it knows how. So your knee
Yes.
pain, your back pain, your shoulder pain, you're not getting old. It has less to do with that and more that it's communicating to us. And as we slow down, we're able to give it space and listen.
Mm-hmm. I love that. It makes me think of, I love that you said you're not getting old. And I often think about, like, my niece is an athlete.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's like midnight, and I'm like, "What are you doing still up? You have school tomorrow." And she's like, "I can do it." And so it makes me think of how the body is almost like so fresh. Like her body is, it's only had a little bit over a decade of life. And the more we live, it's compound interest. So to your point of like, we're not getting old, is just that it's been compounding, like the mistreatment we've given it for so long.
Yes, girl.
And finally it's catching on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like that preventative maintenance that you've been putting off, right?
Correct.
Like it still needs maintenance, it still needs some TLC, but now we're realizing it more and more. Like, oh wow, that comes through. Like my my husband, he when we first started dating, he was not into like any of the stuff that I'm really into. And now he's like become such a big believer of it, of like, okay, your back pain that just happened
There's a
out of
reason.
nowhere. Let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
that. Like
Mm-hmm.
it feels like it just happened out of nowhere. But what are you not saying? What is not being expressed right now?
Yes.
And now he knows. He's like, okay, I get it. And like, and then we'll have the conversation. We'll say a prayer around it and just like invite some attention to that area. And then se le quita, and he's like,
Right.
wow.
The body just needs to be loved.